Admiral James Foster stood motionless on the bridge of the Earth Alliance flagship Defender, watching as another alien world erupted in flames. The holographic display showed the burning planet in excruciating detail, cities crumbling, oceans boiling away, atmosphere igniting. It was the 17th world consumed by the inferno wave in the past month. "We were too late again," said Commander Taylor, his voice hollow. "The evacuation ships only managed to rescue 30% of the population." James nodded grimly. "Add the survivors to our fleet. Plot a course to the Proxima system. We need to warn them." For 2 years, humanity had watched as a devastating energy phenomenon swept through the galaxy. It had begun in the distant Sagittarius Arm, where the oldest civilizations had resided. Initially, the galactic community had dismissed it as a localized anomaly, but the inferno wave had grown, accelerated, and become unstoppable. "Admiral, incoming transmission from Earth Central," announced Communications Officer Morris. "It's Director Powell." The stern face of Earth's defense director appeared on screen. "Admiral Foster, the Security Council has made their decision. Project Sanctuary has been approved." James felt his shoulders tighten. "Sir, with all due respect, abandoning the galaxy is not the answer. Many species are looking to us for leadership. The decision is final, Admiral. Earth cannot risk extinction. Return your fleet to Sol immediately to assist with the evacuation." When the transmission ended, Commander Taylor approached. "Sir, what are your orders?" James stared at the map of the galaxy, red markers indicating worlds already lost, yellow showing those directly in the path of the inferno wave. Earth, located in a spiral arm far from the wave's origin, had time, perhaps a year, before the destruction reached them. "We continue as planned," James decided. "Earth wants to retreat to another galaxy, but I won't abandon billions to die without trying to help." The Defender's bridge fell silent. Then, one by one, the officers nodded their agreement. Dr. Walker, the ship's chief scientist, had been studying the inferno wave since its discovery. She approached with a data tablet. "Admiral, I may have found something. The wave isn't natural, it's directed." "Explain," James demanded. "The pattern of propagation defies normal physics. It's following the gravimetric pathways between star systems, but it's actively adjusting its course to target inhabited worlds first. Something or someone is controlling it." This revelation changed everything. If the inferno wave was a weapon, it could potentially be stopped. For the next 3 months, the Earth fleet raced ahead of the destruction, evacuating worlds and gathering scientists from diverse species. James had established a research base on an uninhabited moon in the Vega system, where Dr. Walker led a team of the galaxy's brightest minds. "The inferno wave generates energy by consuming matter," Dr. Walker explained during a briefing. "It converts mass directly into thermal energy at an impossible efficiency. But we've discovered signal patterns embedded in the wave, instructions constantly updating." "Can we disrupt these signals?" James asked. "Theoretically, yes. We've developed a counter-frequency that might interrupt the control mechanism." Earth had not taken James's defiance lightly. The Security Council branded him a renegade and dispatched ships to bring his fleet home. But many captains, both human and alien, had chosen to join his cause instead. The plan was desperate. Establish a defensive line at a natural stellar formation, a dense cluster of neutron stars, and attempt to break the wave's control signals as it passed through. "Our ships will form a grid pattern," James told the assembled captains. "Each vessel will be equipped with Dr. Walker's disruption technology. If we succeed, the wave should disperse." A Centaurian captain raised an appendage. "And if we fail, then Earth's sanctuary project becomes the last hope for all our species," James replied honestly. The day of confrontation arrived. 300 ships formed a precise geometric pattern spanning the gap between neutron stars. The inferno wave approached, a wall of roiling energy that distorted space itself. "All ships, activate disruption fields on my mark," James ordered, watching the wave accelerate toward them. 3, 2, 1 mark. Energy beams linked the ships, creating a web of counter-frequencies. The inferno wave struck the barrier and momentarily slowed, its front edge rippling as if confused. "It's working," Dr. Walker shouted, analyzing the incoming data. The control signals are destabilizing. But the victory was short-lived. The waves seemed to adapt, shifting to new frequencies faster than their systems could adjust. "We need more power," Dr. Walker urged. "The pattern is becoming clear. It's trying to repair itself." James made the only decision he could: divert all power from life support to the disruptors. "We need 5 more minutes." Throughout the fleet, temperatures plummeted as life support systems shut down. Crew members donned emergency suits, working through increasing cold and thinning air. For 4 agonizing minutes, the wave pushed against their barrier, partially breaking through in places before being forced back. Then, just as hypoxia began affecting the crews, the wave's cohesion faltered. Gaps appeared in its structure, widening until the entire phenomenon collapsed into harmless radiation. Across the galaxy, humanity watched as the feeds showed the inferno wave dissipating. Cheers erupted in command centers, evacuation ships, and scientific outposts. The threat that had consumed hundreds of worlds had finally been stopped. 6 weeks later, James stood before the United Earth Security Council, expecting court-martial for his disobedience. Instead, he found representatives from 50 alien species waiting alongside Earth's leadership. "Admiral Foster," announced the council president, "your actions have redefined humanity's place in the galactic community. Your refusal to retreat when faced with destruction has earned us unprecedented respect." An elegant alien diplomat stepped forward. "When we witnessed our galaxy in flames, most species sought only to save themselves. Humanity alone chose to stand against the fire. For this, the Galactic Concordat names Earth as its heart." James accepted the offered ceremonial staff, understanding its significance. Humanity, the youngest of spacefaring civilizations, had been entrusted with leading the rebuilding of a scarred but surviving galaxy. When humanity witnessed the galaxy in flames, they had not turned away. And in choosing to fight rather than flee, they had discovered their true place among the stars.